What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to a super interesting type of video, because in today's video I'm going to be taking out this Lotus and I'm going to be trying a tune that I've built on Forza Horizon 5 just to see if it works on Forza Motorsport. So this was actually an idea that one of you guys gave to me, one of the old subscribers wrote it down in the comments on one of my previous videos. This was actually a video a long time ago that you guys have sent me this. So I was like, you know what, it's finally time to try it, and I picked the Lotus Emira. This is a new car in Forza Horizon 5. It's a fairly new car. So I was like, you know what, it's going to be in this game, so might as well build that. I remember the Lotus Emira being very, very good in Horizon 5. I also have a tune for it in Horizon 5. And I was like, what if I use this car as the platform? So here it is, the Lotus Emira. I am now in Forza Motorsport, and it's built as close to identical as I possibly can. The number and the figures are completely off in this game to Horizon 5, because it shows me pounds per inch instead of kilograms per millimeter. And if you go into conversion, it doesn't make sense because it's not the same. So the numbers that show on the screen are different to the... I don't know, to be honest with you. But I picked the exact parts that both cars have, the exact same parts. The race suspension, the race transmission, the stage 1 weight reduction, and race tires, and of course the aero. There are no performance mods done to the engine of this thing, so it's completely stock power wise. However, like I said, the rest of it, I've basically told you what's done to it. I even left the wheels completely stock as well. So Forza aero, brakes haven't been improved, I don't think. I told you exactly what I've done to it. And then I've tried to copy the tune over as best as I possibly could. Now, in Forza Horizon 5, this car is at the top of A-Class, but the A-Class in this game is a little different because I think there's more classes and it's slightly different to the way these cars are rated. But this is pretty much what it looks like. 400 horsepower, 420 Nm of torque, and it weighs 1,320 kilos. Yes, that's kilos, not pounds, even though this is pounds in this game. There's still a lot of bugs in this game. However, we'll try it like this. Now, like I said, the car in Horizon 5, it's really, really good. I built it a very specific way, and I want to see that in this game, if it handles the exact same as it did there. Also, this took me so long to prepare this video for. Hours, literal hours, maybe like 3 hours to prepare this video, because I had to go and level this car up from stock, from scratch, basically. And I had to go and level this thing up and try to build it up to what this is right now. So what's a good track to try it on? I'm thinking Suzuka. I kind of want to play on Suzuka a little bit. I'm also going to make this thing a timed race instead, because I don't really want to play against other people. I want to just try and enjoy this thing. Race timer? No, set this to whatever. Who cares? There, an hour. I don't really care about that. Drive tires will turn these guys off since this is a timed event. I don't really want to have other cars on the track. Clear weather, that's fine. Drive tire difficulty doesn't matter. And everything's fine. The Suzuka, let's do full circuit as well. And let's see if this car is how I think this car was supposed to be in Forza Horizon 5. If it's anywhere near the way it's supposed to be in Horizon 5. So, like I said, I've tried to match the tune perfectly from one to another. And we'll see if I'm there. Fuel and tires, is there anything here that I want to change? Not really, to be honest with you. I'm on medium tires. See, I can change the tire compound here, which is the one thing that I can't do in Horizon. But I'll leave it medium, just so it's as close to stock as possible, or standard as possible, not stock. They do sound different as well. We'll see. We'll see. The one in Horizon 5 that I built is very responsive. Like, the front end just shoots into corners and then it grips up. Even gear ratios, I tried to make them as similar as possible, even though I think the one in Horizon 5 I have a 7-speed in it instead of the 6-speed that's in this. But it is a race transmission. Changes gears quite quickly. When I'm off the power, it actually kind of understeers a little bit with the tune in this game. See, because before, right, in Forza Horizon anyway, you're... Oh wait, it does rotate around though if I do that. Okay. So in Horizon 5, Alright? You can, I think, go and get your tunes over from other Horizon games, but I think maybe even Forza Motorsport games, right? So what I'm talking about is there's a feature in both games, in this game as well, where you can go and sync your tunes from older games, and you can have them on this game, right? Let's say you had a really good tune on Forza Motorsport 7, maybe you want to slap that on the car in this game, you can do that. Even with the different driver physics. But I think in Horizon you're actually able to get Horizon tunes, or in Horizon you're actually able to get Motorsport and Horizon tunes, whereas in this game you're not allowed to get Horizon tunes, or else I would literally just transfer the tune over. It would have been so much easier. I mean, the car's alright. It's not as sharp as it is in the... Actually, wait, there's one thing that I haven't changed. That's probably why it's not as sharp. Steering. I play on sim steering when I'm racing in Horizon. Maybe now it shoots into corners the way it does in Horizon. It's a good thing I remember this, actually, because now it should make hopefully a big difference. Super clean on long corners. Oh, maybe. Maybe. I chose some, like, very, very long corners to try and test this car out on. But that's okay. That is a-okay. Alright. It's so easy to drive. I love the Emira, man. The Emira is such a good car. Oh, actually does it. Okay. The sim steering actually makes the front end grip up a little bit more. See what I mean? It makes it change directions quite a bit quicker. Sim steering in this game is also a lot more extreme than it is in Horizon. In Horizon, it's a little bit more tame. It's not as sharp as it is in this game. It does an alright job, honestly. Like, the tune isn't bad. See, here's the thing, right? Oh my god. The actual numbers themselves shouldn't be bad, because they work well on Horizon. The thing is, though, they're way off. Like, I tried to go into a conversion rate, or like, calculator or whatever, to try and see if I could change the settings to be identical, but they're way off with the amount of force that's in, like, suspension geometry as well, and also with the only things that will match perfectly is degrees PSI and the diff, because the diff is in percentages, right? If everything else was in percentages, if you were able to change the suspension setup, instead of showing pounds per inch, or it'll show kilograms per millimeter. It should then be a lot easier to set tunes up and transfer them over from one game to another. Yeah, it's not the same as in Horizon. It's not the same as in Horizon. Does the tune work? Yes, of course it works. Why wouldn't it work? Because, I mean, the car is still very good, and the setup is nice. But it's not like it's the end all be all. Like, I think the tune that's in Horizon is super good. Like, it's perfect for that car. Whereas I think in this game, I think it can be worked on a little bit more and made to be a little bit better. It does want to understeer a little bit. I have changed my tire pressures. I've changed all that, by the way. So it's not tire pressures for people that are instantly going to say, oh, it's the tire pressure, just lower tire pressure. It's not it. I've changed everything, I'm telling you. Everything that I've told you that I've upgraded, I have changed. See, I'd take this thing in Rivals, but in Rivals, I'm not going to be able to do much because this isn't the maxed out, top of its class type of thing, you know what I mean? Also, like I said, the way this took me hours to get, is because, like, the reason it took me hours to get is because you can actually unlock all the parts before you need them, but you just won't have the actual car points to be able to slap the part on the car, which is the most... Whoa, and there's your sim steering in this game compared to Horizon. Low speeds, it just does that, which is crazy. Oh, so why is launch control not in this game? Oh wait, that's right, because you don't need it. You don't need launch control. It's not like you launch off the starting line every time. I'm so surprised that they haven't added it into the game. Or maybe I'm blind and I didn't see it in the settings, but it's off as standard. I mean, it grips up really nicely though, the car. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say about it? Like, apart from the fact that I feel that this tune can be improved a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and improve my tune on this thing a little bit. I've got some very light adjustments to it. Very small adjustments. Suspension stuff and my diff as well. Because I feel like these tires can handle a little bit more power. I think transmission's fine. Most of the gears, like I said, I kept the same as in the one in Horizon. Okay. See, the front feels a little bit more lively now. After I changed a couple of things. I feel like acceleration-wise it's fine. Yeah, the front feels a tiny bit more lively. This is kind of a little bit similar to what the Horizon car is like. Where it just darts more into the corners. So making the car rotate a little bit more is what I wanted to do. Again, lower speeds is fine as long as you're controlling the steering pretty lightly. Because it's like with sim steering, you just fly off as soon as it starts oversteer, so can't do anything there with that except be gentle. It's good. I like it. I don't know if I'm actually faster or slower than what I was before, but I actually quite like it. It's like I said, it seems like the front end is a little bit lighter. It also depends on the track, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like on... I expected to be able to make that turn at that speed, but I guess not. What was I gonna say? I think this is a lot closer to what the Horizon car is like. I like it like this. I mean, I don't have enough car points. I don't. Well, maybe I do now after I've raced on this track a couple of laps, but I don't have enough car points to be able to improve much on the power or anything like that. I'm still a little bit off from that. Yeah, see how much easier this is now to like just keep on the line and be super smooth with it. And the front end, like I said, just pulls into the corner really nicely and then out of the corner. Like I can follow this line perfectly that the game gives to me. Like I can fully just stay on it. I'm not going to because I can drive a little bit faster if I follow my own line. Because the racing line that the game gives you isn't always 100% perfect. Yeah, the diff setup is also nicer. I can push myself along a little bit more and the car has just the perfect amount of grip anyway. Again here, just have to be careful on the way out. It's nice. Yeah, the tunes, obviously, go hand in hand, both the Horizon and this, and it makes the car quite similar, but it's that the driving physics are different in both games. So in Horizon, the driving physics are more laid back, obviously, right? They're a lot more easy to drive all those cars in that game. And when you change something in the suspension, all that sort of stuff, like if you do minor adjustments, like very small adjustments, it's very difficult to tell the difference. But with this, in this game, you can. Like the minor adjustments that I've done on this car right now from the Horizon 5 tune makes a noticeable difference with the front end of it, especially because that's what I wanted to change. I wanted to make it so it's as similar to drive as the one in Horizon, where the front end is really, really light and darts into corners very quickly. Like here, if you take a look real quick, the front end kind of clings on and then the back end just follows around. Does that make sense? Like you can see the front end having so much grip, and it pulls you into the corners so much more. And this is kind of what I wanted to replicate with Forza Horizon 5, but the tunes aren't perfectly going hand in hand, right? Like for the longer corners, they're very similar, but for the tighter corners, I feel like this car's front end pulls you into the corner and then it just drags the back end around with it. Like this tune is really good in Horizon 5, but it's not that good in Motorsport. In Motorsport, I can 100% build a better tune than what's on the car now. I mean, even with the slight adjustments that I have done to it so far, I still think I can make it even better, but I just have to work on it. So, I guess the verdict of this video is: are you able to use your tunes from Forza Horizon 5 in Forza Motorsport? Yes. Yes, you are. Should you use them? Maybe not. Maybe as a base tune, yes, you can, and then afterwards just try to work off of that and improve it and make it better. Because in my opinion, it's not a bad place to start if you use the tunes that you already have in Horizon. Again, you have to like go and grab a screenshot of everything that you've changed and everything that you've done to your Horizon cars, and then, you know, slap them onto the thing, because you can't really transfer over tunes from Horizon 5 to Motorsport as easy as just... Oh god, I hate when I do that. There's a pole there that if you crash into it, it's like all over, but you can cut that corner that much. It's just, if you do, there's a risk of crashing. Yeah, Playazul has always said that. But the thing is, like I said, it's a good base to start, right? If you want to swap over your tunes, or if you want to move over your tunes from this game to that game. But again, I just feel like you still need a lot of work until you make it drive, first of all, identically. If you want to make it drive identically to this game, you need a lot of work for that. But at the same time, I just don't see you, like, because the tracks in Horizon 5 obviously aren't the same as you driving in this game. But obviously some of them you can. But there's a lot more like change in direction and undulation. I don't know. Driving on the road versus driving on the track is completely different. It just is. It's just not the same thing. I mean, you can make your tunes work, but like I said, you need to change a couple bits and pieces. Like I said, the front end of this thing, I feel like the tires in this game are a lot less realistic, if that makes sense. Like, I can throw this guy into a corner with race tires and it grips up 100% of the time. Whereas with the ones in Horizon, or the ones in Motorsport, it feels like they still have a bit of slip. Even though they are race tires, they still have a bit of slip. Maybe racing soft would work a little bit better, but even then, I know for a fact that they'll still have a little bit of slip. Whereas in this game, it's kind of like driving on rails. But at the lower speeds, where you can actually, you know, tell a bit of a difference between this game and that game, in terms of how much grip you have when you're turning at lower speed corners. This game shows the amount of grip that the front end has versus in Motorsport, where it doesn't have as much grip for it to dart into the corner. Even though I have changed it now a little bit more in Motorsport, but it's still not identical. It's still not the exact same. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you wanna see any more videos like this on the channel or anything else that you want to see on the channel, then please subscribe. Helps a lot. Like this video if you enjoyed it, especially since it took me hours and hours and hours to actually make, not the video itself, but just to get ready, because I had to level up the Amira in Forza Motorsport for literal hours on end, just so I can actually be able to afford the parts to slap on. Because or sorry, not even afford them, but like basically to unlock them and then to try and afford them. It's just crazy. That's a thing in motorsport. I can't just hop in and do a build. It's just impossible. So if you're a person that was asking me in the comments before in previous videos to see a build on Forza Motorsport, trust me, I want to. It just takes literal hours to just level the car up and get your car points to do it. So unfortunately it's not as easy as in like Horizon, for example. Well, yeah, anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, peace out, everyone. Goodbye.